Hello world, hello YouTube, hello Flosstube, and hello and thank you to all my subscribers. I really enjoy that you are enjoying what I'm showing. I'm grateful for every one of you, and seeing you here makes me happy. My name is Mia, and this is Missing in a Stitch. Today is June 16th. 2026. This is Flosstube number something. I did not look. I can't remember. But you would have seen it by the time this is out. It's 20 something, but I can't remember 20 what. Well, anyhow, June is on its way, and we've got what? 2 weeks left of the month. Seems like time flies. So, stitching, cross-stitching. The beginning of June, I have stitched on 17 whips. I have stitched 12,595 stitches. I've stitched on 16 days. I have stitched today already. And I have finished one. Yay! I have started two. But with the finish, I don't know where it is. I have placed it somewhere. And it's vanished into thin air because I can't find it. Nothing new in my life. Well, anyhow, I did have some kind of plans. This list is the same as it was on the first. I have actually not got anything done on this, but I did not show you what I had done with this, so I will be going through these and whatever I have stitched on in June. I almost said March, but it's good I didn't. Anyhow, welcome. Let's start with I have a summary here, and I thought, since it will show me what I have been stitching in June, it's sort of like an easy way. I did not write any notes because I thought I have the information in a spreadsheet, so why not use that? Yes. Pumpkin color autumn is from my list of finishes. The one that I have finished this month is Bullfinch, and I honestly do not know where I have put it. It's yeah. I guess it tells also about my brain being mushy, and I've even chucked away the since I've got it stitched, I put them away from my pattern keeper because it doesn't need that space anymore. So I hope I will find it by the end of this month, so that I can show you it on the 1st of July when I come back with my next whip update. But then I said that this is a priority list, and I've been doing a lot on G long cats, which will come along But I also chose, I was going to do Moomin and the Sea, but then I chose the next one with less stitch amount. So Pumpkin Color Autumn at the beginning of the month had 2,230 stitches left, and I have stitched 1,605 of them. So I have 625 stitches left. What I am talking about is mock-up mode. This is what it will look like once done. And I have been stitching down in these pumpkins and the greens that are above it. And this is what my pumpkin color autumn looks like now. So the 1,605 stitches have been this green, this pumpkin, this leaf. There's a really light, where am I? Here. No? Yes. I'm sorry. turning the stitching around sort of like turns your brain into the wrong direction. But this one, this has also been stitched, and the greens here. Yeah. The owl was done, this leaf was done, this pumpkin was done, so sort of like, I'm not sure if this, is it an acorn? If it was done, but that was what I have been doing. And apart from a few green stitches over here, there's just sort of like a twist around. Then what is left is the bottom row that has 3 colors, and then it's done. This will be a finish in June. Why are my fingers pink? I don't know. I've got a color in. Squirrel! So this is pumpkin colored autumn. Finish for June. Once pumpkin color autumn has been done, since we're on the 16th, and I will get that done this week. Then I will pick up Moomin and the Sea, which has 2,954 stitches. So pumpkin color autumn is a close finish, and then Moomin and the Sea will be the next one. Yeah. Then my list says that I have, okay, bullfinch. Yeah. I do apologize. I just, there's a hole in my brain when it comes to bullfinch, because I do not know where I have put it. I tried to look for it. I can't find it. It's somewhere within these 4 walls. Where? That's another thing. Let's continue. The next thing I stitched on was Macau, which is one of my 3 glamorous 3. I have been I'm not saying lazy, but let's say that I have not got to Macau or my glamorous 3 that much. They have been called more than I have stitched on. Macau is by Susanna Schweitz. It's Artsy chart and officially called Macau Close-Up. Oops. And this is what it will look like once done. And I have stitched 302 stitches in it. And they have been 302 stitches that have been called by Siska Stitches in her group where she has the game of Glamorous 3. So here it is. I have been going on the second row, filling it in from left to right. My left. So these 3 blocks here have been stitched, and I think. Wait. Let's take a close up here. So these 3 blocks have been and these are the feathers of the macaw. And they have a lot of different colors. It's like 5 different blues in an area of 15 stitches. So once the background is done, it will be a confetti stitching area that is. It's going to take its time. It will slow down my stitches, but that's life. So here is Macaw with 302 stitches. Glamorous 3 on the Siska Stitches group on Facebook. The next one I stitched on was Fox. Fox is a paper chart from a magazine called Maxina. It's a German magazine. Cover looks like this, and this is number 9. And it is from 2011. I have stitched some other charts, but this is what Fox will look like once it's ready. And it got a whopping 200 stitches into it. And I have also been trying to turn this into stitching in rows, but I'm not sure if I've been sort of like stitching in the background on this dark side. I filled in quite a few stitches that were missing with 1 or 2 or 3 colors, and then I started filling in so that I could get stitching it in row by row. I'm not sure how I will continue with this because it's the fox and this dark part of the background is sort of like fully stitched, but then all the Heina, the upper background is not full coverage, so it will be scattered stitches. Yeah, just trying to fill up so that I will not have those ninja stitches everywhere to check up on. But Fox got 200 stitches in the first 2 weeks of June. My next one is Glamorous 3. I will put these away so that I don't get messed up in my stuff. Glamorous 3 Gala is the image is by Nicholas Payne. Just a moment, my phone is. Apologies. When mom calls, you have to answer. Or dad. Yeah, anyhow, Glamorous 3, excuse me, 202 stitches done this month. I know it has been called for more. It's unconventional X-stitch. It's artwork is by Nicholas Payne. Once stitched, it will look like this. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this light situation. I guess I need to turn around so that the light comes from the window instead of the window being on my back. Yeah, anyhow, this is what my cow looks like. I have been stitching from the beak, or in the area behind the beak, sort of like in the chin, could you say? Does a bird have a chin? And where the park threads are is where I have been stitching. Oh my, that crease in the fabric is not good, but down there is where I have done the, how many? 202 stitches. I've been also sort of like going to that stitching row by row, but since I'm sort of like going this way. How do I hold this so that it's not so crinkled? Yes. In all, that's one thing that I was supposed to tell you with my information. I've done 2,684 in this. Did I show you a picture? Oh my gosh. My brain is. What have I told you? My inconsistency is my consistency. Yeah, it was this, but then again, I could have told you that I'm at 16.48%. Pattern Keeper, which I rely on, tells me that I have done 4,175 stitches, so let's go with that. Out of 25,329 stitches. Yes, that was Glamorous 3. Hosted by Siski Stitches on her Facebook group. That was sort of like my whip 1. Macau is whip 2, and then whip 3 is coming along. The next one is Eldar, which is my whip go for June. Can't remember if it's 12 or 21, doesn't matter. Eldar is Randall Spangler. Randall Spangler is one of my favorites. Artists, I like his dragons. Elder is reading in moonlight and candlelight to the dragons. And once ready, will look like this. I am stitching in the top row in this area right here. And my whipco call says that, or I say that my whipco call needs 500 stitches, and that's what I did. And one, two, three, four, five. The thing about stitching in sort of like almost to hundreds, it's easy to to count where you have stitched with a easy grid fabric. So 5 blocks. I did not get to the sky, but I did get to the halfway of the top row, so of the chart. So this is a skinny wide what? It's a wide one, but it's shallow. Is that the right word? Yes. But there you go. A bit of those blue and grey shades, the yellows and the greens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. Got stitched, and Eldar is at 2,054 stitches out of 79,922, and it's at 2.57%. Maybe I'll tell you about Macau. Macau close-up, this one. Oops. It is also, or it has got 5,682 stitches out of 52,500, and it's at 10.82. Yeah, so I think I got that 10-point crashed this month. I'm sort of like inconsistent with my what are they, milestones. I have not determined any milestones, but if you get a 10% done, I guess that's a good milestone. Then we have summer landscape. I think I need to fold Elder, put it in his carriage. There you go until we continue with you. The next one, summer landscape, Artisy. It's an Artisy chart. It is something Fotolia, I think. Tony Salado Fotolia, the original image. And this takes me to my childhood vacations, holidays in Mombasa, even though I think this is from somewhere else in the world, but a wonderful white sand beach, palm trees, and a blue sea. Beautiful. I got a whopping 134. I think this was part of, no, I was going to say part of a cycling competition, but I have not had anything else stitched for a cycling competition this month, except for that bullfinch that is missing. Anyhow, I have converted this to going on the first top row, and 134 stitches. Very dark stitches this time, 3371 and 310, and a couple of greens. it's way up in the palm tree, these stitches, so that's why there's a lot of shading. And that means dark colors. Summer landscape 134 for the beginning of June. It is at 4,270 out of 50,120 stitches, and it's at 8.52% done. That was summer landscape. Then we have up and away. And again, why do I always put myself in this position? Julie Silver Stitches, SYLVER Stitches, is a Flosstuber and a friend, stitchy friend, who lives in Canada. I have been stitching up and away by the John Clayton Collection Heritage Crafts, a paper chart, because when I stitch for Flosstuber Frenzy, I have decided that I am doing them I'm doing stitching on whips that are from paper charts, because these are basically the older whips that I have. So this is what it will look like once done, and my goal for each Flosstube that a stitcher does is 250 stitches. So I did 257, and this time I worked in the balloon. I stitched in whatever was missing so that this yellowish area is not full stitched, but the top is. And then there were some of these purple and pinkish and red stitches down here. And once the 250 came up, I just stopped. I think I ran out of or I had stitched the length of the floss, so I did not pick up a new one since I was over 250. But this is the one I have been stitching on the top part, starting from the top, going down. This is what I have been stitching for Julie. Hi, Julie. So, yeah. I will go with the Flosstuber Frenzy if I have it in me. I will tell you a bit more in upcoming plans, or how I will continue with my stitchings, because there's something new in my life that's taking energy. Yeah, Flosstuber Frenzy for Julie Silver Stitches, SYLVER. 257, and I do not have a. Since it's a paper chart, I don't have a percentage, but 3,545 stitches have been done on it by midway of June. Then we have, what do we have next? Elegant Floral Sewing Kit, which is a chart by. Not saying anything before I check it, because I might say something that's not right. I have a name, but yeah, I remembered correct, but you never know. Stitch is so beautiful. has stitched this piece that is done. The actual art is done by Leer de Drom, and it is called Elegant Floral Sewing Kits. Once ready, it will look like this. And I am still up in the background, but I'm on the second row, so I will bump into other colors than 710 and B5200. What did I do? A mere 103 stitches, which is, I guess it came from somewhere, but I can't remember from where the amount. So this block got stitched this month. This is the width of the thing, of the chart. And I have a lot to go. My tablet needs to be connected to electricity because it was low in. I had to charge it. Elegant Floral Sewing Kit has 5,002, so that's also breaking numbers. I've already got 5,000 stitches into this out of 160,000. I've got a bit of a way to go, and this is 13%. So 712, I have 19,885 stitches to go. But B5200 has only 2,420. Yeah. Well, anyhow, that is Elegant Floral Sewing Kits. And the only other person I know stitching this, or who I have seen stitching this and who inspired me to stitch this, is Anne the Max Color Stitcher. Not much to go. My third Glamorous 3 is Bird 33-1, which also is in finishes for 26 list. It has 1,842 stitches left to go. Trying to stitch them with Glamorous 3. I know I will not get that amount of stitches in the month. So once June is over with Glamorous 3 and with more than 100 stitches, this will be a finish in July. I filled in the black, sort of like coming from down to going up, filling in whatever there was missing in the head. But now it's, the rest is hair. And this is the size of the fabric for this piece of stitching. And you see self-portraits. This is a chart by Tidy Patterns, Tidy, on Etsy. And I just fell in love with that wonderful, wonderful mess of it. Well, that's what I feel like. My eyes all crooked and my hair everywhere. Not as colorful, but as blowing in the wind, and maybe my sort of like it reflects how my brain works with all that's going on in life. Yeah, but that is tidy patterns, and at the moment I am at 4,068, so I got over 4,000 stitches. Out of 5,910 stitches in all, and it's at 68.83%. What does that mean? That means that I have, I'm not going to count, less than 1,800 stitches left to go. That was Glamorous 3 by Siska Stitches on Facebook, one of her games. I really enjoy it. Then my spreadsheet says that I have stitched on Geelong Cats, which is the AFL game on Fun with Cross Stitch group. It's Nessa has made all of the charts she has made a chart for each team. There is both the Australian Football League teams, plus there's a game for the NRL, National Rugby League, I think. Yeah. She has made charts for each of those teams, and they are exclusive for this game. I am stitching along for Geelong Cats. The idea is to stitch the amount of points that they get in the games. There are 3 levels, by 2, by 5, or by 10. And I am doing the times 10. This is, oops. This is the chart that Nessa has created for the Geelong Cats. And in the month of June, I have done 4,072 stitches. I am behind. But I'm catching up. I think I'm just 3 days behind instead of being 5 days behind, which I was earlier. What has changed in stitching this is that I tried to do 500 stitches, if not daily, then several times a week, so that I know. Well, if they like, I think the biggest score that they had was 134, which means 1,340 stitches. I know I cannot sort of like stitch that in one go. Or that's what I tell myself. Yeah, so 500 has been like a good amount, especially when this is block stitching. So 500 gets a good way. So I guess it would have been something like, I'll tell you. No, I won't, because I have the complete amount. Yeah. I have done 4,072 in June, the first 2 weeks. And I am at 11,019 stitches. So I've done 11,000. I've gone over that. Out of 27,579 stitches, and it's 39.95%. Just a scratch under 40. No. Yeah, but I was going with 500, so I did not concentrate on what the percentages are. So, stitching with the The blue is 820. Excuse me. Yeah, I need to take a sip. Yeah, the biggest amount of stitches is by 820, and I still have 8,673 stitches to go with that. The other colors are 3,000 or less. Did I show you this? Oh my gosh. Here I am. Yeah, I've been stitching this blue area and this white area and in his hair. And I've been stitching blue and then another color and then blue and then another color just to avoid getting bored by 820. Yeah, but I've been stitching in this hand. Can you see it? The last stitches that I did was into the hand, and I'll try and get it done, and then go back to the blues. But this is Geelong Cats AFL on Fun with Cross Stitch group on Facebook. Then Mini Taurus, which is one that I'm doing for my son. Once I have no, that's plans. Shh. Mini Taurus is a chart done by Haid. The artwork is by Rob Carlos. And this is a very untypical stitching for me, but my son likes it, so I want to do it for him. And I'm way up here in the first row with the yellows. I have stitched 622 stitches into this during June. So going along on the first row, so six blocks and a bit. Yeah. There's like 3 or 4 different shades of yellow in this piece. I'm not sure if I'm at the halfway point or not. I would think, because this is the width of the fabric and I have yeah, maybe not quite at the halfway, but doing it. My goal is to get this done by either November or December 2027. It's 28 count 2 over 2 because I felt that that's easy. If needed, I can stitch in hand by the sewing method, and that's much quicker stitching. So I am just at 1,317 stitches out of 82,875 in total, and it's 1.59%. Yes. Actually, I am just 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks past the middle. How do I show this without showing? So there's the middle red little arrow. That's the halfway. So I'm just over that. If anybody is interested. This is, how wide is this? My brain is saying a partial squirrel because I'm staying in mini towers, but all of a sudden my brain wants to know what's the width. 255 by 325. Yes, so that was Mini Taurus by Rob Carlos, and Heaven and Earth Designs chart. Sunflower Street Cat is my next one, which is a start this year. It's a chart by Zanna Crosswell. She used to be something else before, Zanna's Cross Stitch or something like that. But she has a shop on Etsy. But I think she also has a page of her own, a website. I'm not sure. Anyhow, Sunflower Street Cat is, I gave it 188 stitches, and that's from somewhere, but I can't remember where. Yeah, charted by Zanna Crosswell. 250 by 400 because that information was there. And once ready, it will look like this. And I am up in the sky on the first row, which is very, very turquoisey blue, I would say. 188 stitches is not much. I would think that I'm just over halfway done here too. This is an easier way to show this when it's... So I had done 188 stitches here. I have a few bark threads there also. If with parking, if I can't find a stitch to continue in the next 10 or in the next 20 stitches from where I'm stitching, then, and there's a stitch below, then I will park. If it's in the 20, then I'll park. What way am I going? I'm going right. This is right for you. Yeah, I will park in the top row. If it's further along, I will not jump. I'll check if it's below, and if it's below, then I'll park there. If it's not, then I'll end the floss. This is 22 count. This is not hardanger, but this is 22 count something, and I'm stitching 2 over 1 full cross. So this kitty cat was the idea of stitching cats. It's because I cannot have a cat. I'm not allergic, so I'm gonna have cats on the wall. I am at 1,548 stitches out of 100,000, which means it's at 1.55%. And got a couple of stitches to go. Yes, and I think I have 2 or 3 more. In a beautiful bag. Then we have my adoption piece from Laura I Stitch Birds. Laura was on a live telling about that. Even though she loves the piece, loves the picture, but if I remember correctly, stitching on 18 count has always been a not nice thing for her. She does not enjoy it, and this is 18 count blue Ada. So she said that she's gonna abandon it and chop it up, and I was, no, the bunny needs a head. So I promised to adopt it and stitch it, and that's what I've been doing. The first 15 days of June, I have done 1,658 stitches on Scandi Forest Blues by the Pixel Parade, and the artist is Corinna. I'm not going to butcher the name by pronouncing it wrong. I'll just show you. There it is. It's DJ something. Yeah, she is the artist, and what it will look like is this. Laura had stitched the bunny without its head and ears and front paws. She had done that mushroom, these thingies here, this white branch of leaves, this white thingy. What else? The orange butterfly that is down here. That white flower. This, where is there's a blue flower there above that white, between the white branch and this tree, or it is there the leaf. There's a blue, you see it, maybe now. Those were what Laura had stitched, and I've done the rest. I was saying that I'm going to do 100 stitches a day, but then I've turned it to, if I have it in me, to 500 stitches a day. So this is where it is at the moment. I have these to stitch around here, and then that quarter somewhere like that is completely stitched after that. I have a blue thread waiting. Yeah, they start from above the bunny. They are here, and then they go somehow like that. Then I think I'll go down, and I don't know. I'll go somewhere, but I have decided I'm gonna stitch. If I have it in me, I'll stitch 500 stitches the day that I stitch on this. So this is Candy Forest Blues, and it's a paper chart, so no percentages and no how much. Well, I've been counting my stitches, so since I adopted this Candy Forest Blues, I have stitched 2,878 stitches into it. And I think this is like a third done. Well, that's what it looks like in my eyes. Maybe a bit less, but a third-ish. Let's say instead of 33.36%, now 33, it's around 30-ish, but that's only me and my brain counting it. Yep, I have 2 left. My starts for this month. No, I have not started anything. Oops. Yes, I did. Except that I'm not sure. Yeah, this is started. I have to go and check. No, Quirky Sheep was started last month. Quirky Sheep is a chart by somebody. Was it a freebie? It was a chart in a group. Stitches So Beautiful. For April, you had to sign in at the end of March and stitched, was it 250 full crosses weekly, and then post a picture, and if you fulfilled the given are they prompts? Well, if you stitched the 250 full crosses each week and posted a picture, then you would get a chart for free. And for April, we got this Quirky Sheep chart that is by the Ink Pot store. The picture, and then it's charted by Stitches So Beautiful. And what it looks like is, I just love it. I just love it. This is Quirky Sheep. And since I have just started, I'm in the top row. I have done just 300 stitches. 346 stitches in all, of which 168 in June. And this is one that, no challenge, no nothing. I just wanted to stitch on it. So there's 346 stitches done with grayish and whatever colors those are. And I seem to be going for my BAPs, and my BAPs are over 100,000 stitches. Yeah, so I'm at 346 out of 160,000, and I'm at 0.22%. I have broken the 0.22 mark. Yeah. But this was a new start because, I mean, why not? Even though if my brains were, then it would be something else. No new starts before I get at least 78 of my 60-something stitches whips done. That does not have a bag. Ooh. My next one is Smart Worms. Why do I have... Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I have 2 left. So that was a new start in May. And now I found the one that's a new start, my first new start for June. We're going to Fun with Cross Stitch and Nessa's wonderful charting abilities. When the safari game started, 2 years, whenever it started, we were gifted, the people who take part in the safari game, which the safari game is a game where you set up camp with different elements, and there are 3 levels for each element. You sort of like have to go level 1 first, and level 2 second, and level 3 third, and then you can go and take pictures of the wildlife. So then when you get to see like a giraffe, there's level 1 and level 2 and level 3 also for all the animals. Anyhow, that's the game. You stitch it on your own pace. Nobody is going to tell you that you're doing something wrong. You're doing just right when you stitch it on your own pace. And the chart we got at the beginning of the game for Safari is this. So all kind of animals that you could see on a safari, depending on what continent you're on. And I finally decided to start it because it's a wonderful piece, and I wanna get it done someday. It's stitched on a linen fabric. I did 501 stitches out of 46,788, and I broke the 1%. I'm at 1.07. Let's show you this way. I started in the middle because I thought that would be an easy one, because this is a round chart. So I started in the middle, and then I gridded my fabric so that I got to the top, and now I'm coming down from the top, doing it row by row. Yeah, and you see there's the light colors at the top, and I think this part is it the rhino? I think so. And my storage is coming up. Yeah. Anyhow, I had a what is this? A needle minder. I bought that needle minder from Sharon of Fun with Cross Stitch Group. Yeah. So the last one quickly before I ran totally out of space. Anu from our Finnish cross stitch group, she made me do it. She showed that she's starting this, and she has actually finished hers. And you know, when you show something this cute, then you're twisting my arm, so I had to go and buy it. I did start it on a fabric that's, I think this is 27 count, 1/1 full cross, but my eyes were having a hard time, so I had a piece of 18 count Ada, and I restarted my new start. This is 501 stitches. Okay, plans. Thank you. That was wait, one thing. So Smart Worms is 501 538, I'm sorry, I did 501 on Safari. Smartworms, 538 stitches done out of 4,194, and I'm at 12.83%. Going forward, I've made lists, but these are my full coverage. I have divided them in charts over 100,000 stitches, which is BAPS for me. Then I have charts from 50,000 to 9999999, and then I have charts are under 50,000. Yeah. So, where's my list here? This is what I'm doing first. Once I get these done, I will pick up a few. I think I'll go like maybe one from each category in size, and stitch them for a while, 500 each time I stitch. And I know I need sort of like easier. These are only my full coverage, so I have a lot that are non-full coverage. So those will be sort of like the fill-ins. Yeah, but in June, I'm concentrating on these, except that Cooking for Your Dragon will come later, but once yeah. So basically 500 stitches on the AFL. Then at the moment it's Pumpkin Color Autumn that gets 500. It will be stitched this week because it's only got 625 left. Then fill up space will be with this. I hope to get or I'll take a picture every 500 stitches. Yeah, this was the Pumpkin Colored Autumn. So the bottom row down here is still left to stitch. And once I get these, I've got 7, of which 3 are small ones, 5. I have 4 left in this list from 3 to 7. Then there's Cooking for Your Dragon and AFL stitching, Geelong Cats. Once I get these done, I will be picking sort of like trying to pick the one with the least of my non-full coverage and get it in here. Yeah, that was a very odd plan, but sort of like my computer just said you're getting full, so that made me rush. Thank you so much for spending time with me. If you're just a pass-by, please consider liking and subscribing. And I would love to hear what you think about my stitches. So, and I promise to answer every comment you leave. They really make my day also, as well as seeing you visit. So thank you for that. I will be back 1st of July, unless it's a Sunday. I don't think so. No, it's a Wednesday. So 2 weeks from now. And that will be for the end of June stitches. And let's see what happens in July. Cross stitching, of course, but. So have a wonderful June. Hope you stay cool or warm or just perfect wherever you are. And remember to love yourself. Bye.